Hello, everyone, everywhere. This is Pastor Robert Thibodeau. Welcome to your Freedom Through Faith video minute for today, which is October 15th. Today, I want to touch on a subject called examine yourself. And let's look at 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourselves whether you are in the faith. Prove to your own selves. Don't you know your own desires, your own selves, how that Jesus Christ is in you, unless you're a reprobate? But I trust that you shall know that you are not a reprobate. Now I pray to God that you do no evil, not that you should appear approved, but that you should do that which is honest, though we be as reprobates. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. For we are glad when we see we are weak, and you are strong. And this also we wish, even your perfection. Therefore I write these things, being absent, lest being present I should use sharpness according to the power which the Lord has given me to edification and not to destruction. Finally, my brethren, be perfect, be of good comfort, be of one mind, live in peace, and the God of love and peace shall be with you. What he is saying here, what is your lifestyle? Are you a professing Christian? Okay, what do you watch on television? What do you listen to in your car? What do you listen to at work? Do you include yourself in these crude, off-color remarks? Ha 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 ha, I was just kidding anyway. Or it was so funny. I mean, you have to admit it's funny. Is that what you're partaking in? Is that what you're exposing your soul to? You know, when you were, as for me, before I got saved, I was an alcoholic. I didn't attend meetings. I was never diagnosed. But my lifestyle now, I look back on it, and I had alcohol every day. It might just be a couple cans of beer, or wine coolers, or on the weekends, it was hard liquor. Go to the club. I was in the military, go to the officers club. And, hang with some friends, have a couple drinks. It was all about alcohol, which they call a spirit. That's what they call spirits. That's why there is an alcoholic spirit. Some it's drug addictions. Some it's pornography. Some they're involved in the grunge movement, or going to all these dark places and listening to this loud music. Well, I just like that kind of music. Then you're not born again. I'm not standing in judgment. I'm just saying it plain truth. Because you are who you are with. And if you are living in the world, you live for the world, you love the worldly environment, you love hanging out in the nightclubs. You love doing all these things that you would never do in church. Then you're not really a Christian. It's plain and truth. Well, Brother Bob, I was saved when I was 7 years old, and I know I'm saved. I may sin here and there. If you know you're sinning, then why don't you stop? That's the big question. If you know you're sinning, why don't you stop? And just turn it all over to God. Get into the Word. Spend time in church with other Christians. Spend time in fellowship with them. Have them pray for you, because you are who you're with. You are who you spend most of your time with. If you spend 15 minutes a day in the Bible and 8 hours a day sleeping, and the other, 15 hours and 15 3/4 hours hanging out with worldly people, doing worldly things, living in sin, enjoying sinful comedies on TV, enjoying Jerry Springer and shows like that on TV. Are you really living for Christ? Is Jesus really living in you? Is that what you want to expose your spirit to? Folks, I'm not getting into legalism or anything like that. That's not the point of today's teaching. What I'm telling you is you are who you hang with. You are who you spend most of your time with. You spend it with Jesus and in his word, then you can be blessed in all that you do.